It's Thursday, and we all know what that means. Yes, a show that almost always starts on time.
Hey!
The show that will never get boring arguing over semantics.
Hey!
Right, it's that show on Thursday with Ziona and Slaygon. Live on Slay Radio.
And we are back.
Are we now? Are we finally?
I think we are finally back. Yes, back.
Finally. Well, hello everyone. Berka is with us.
I don't know.
Okay.
Back. I kept saying it. It kind of turned into Berka or whatever.
All right. So it's the 10th of April. Hi everyone.
The 10th of April.
The 10th of April. Yes, and we are back after, well, almost doing a show last week, but not quite because we were both very tired. And I should learn from this. I really shouldn't time my travel back on a Thursday because that's generally not a good idea. So,
yeah. Well, it gave me some time to kind of work on and publish the dark theme on the homepage. So if you head over to slay.radio, you will see that there's a new dark theme on there.
Slaygon has been very busy lately with the webpage. So not only dark theme, but now you can switch between them, right?
Yes.
So
if you have an account, then you can get your light theme back.
yes. So log in people or create an account and then you will be able to. Are they able to reset passwords now by themselves?
That needs some investigation.
Okay.
Because it's tied to a separate service that I'm not entirely certain I have set up properly.
I see. Okay, well, that might wait still a little bit, ever so slightly. But yeah, let's hope for good. And that it's gonna be sorted out. And yeah, it's the 10th of April. The weather is getting warmer around here.
Almost time to get the patio furniture out.
Well, almost. Almost, because one day is gray and cloudy, the next day is rainy, and the following day is like 15 degrees almost and sun, and you never know which day follows. So this is, I guess, spring in Sweden, right?
It's aprilväder.
Yes, but I guess it's like this everywhere, more or less, right? So we got used to it, and other than that, guess what? Next week, revision party starts, and we will be there.
Yes, we will.
Yes, excellent. And well, there will be a lot of great compos coming up.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, yes. And in a month, ZEP 64 is taking place in Kenilworth, the UK. Not that far from Birmingham.
I don't know what you are going to, but I'm going to ZAP.
ZAP? That's
Yes.
what I said, ZAP.
You said ZEP.
What is the difference, Slaygon?
One is spelled with E and the other one with A.
Okay. Did anyone misunderstood me? Seriously? Or was it only him? Or
I didn't misunderstand you.
no,
Unless, well, I did, but on purpose.
you always do it on purpose. So I have no comments on that. I don't even know what to say. And yeah, apparently the login fields act differently now with the new admin and stuff.
Shouldn't.
They really shouldn't, but
Different how?
I don't know. It's interesting, but
Is it interesting?
it is interesting. Also important that we are this close to send out the Remixer of the Year awards now. So they are big, they are beautiful, they are probably the best looking awards ever that we have created.
Yeah, weirdest dildos you've ever seen.
It's early in the evening. What if children are listening to us later?
They should go to bed. Oi, children, go to bed already.
Well, it's barely after 8, so
They should be.
Did your
be in
child go
bed.
to bed after it? Right
He
after
never.
it? Exactly. So
He never went to bed.
So dildos and other topics are meant to be after 9, okay? Or
Also,
at
I didn't
least-
shield him from language.
Oh, you didn't? Okay, well, not,
I required him to learn the language before he started swearing, though.
not gonna ask when you taught him the word dildo and what it means, okay?
Not a word that came up very often.
Okay, well, that's good at least. So, how about kick-starting the show with the newest release of the newcomer of last year, which has a big red face next to it.
Like mine.
Yeah, and
Look
mine.
at it.
Yeah, all ours are big red faces.
There we go.
Very red.
Redder.
Yes, always. So, 7DD9 and In the Shadows, Ghost and Goblins arcade version would be our kickstarting track for tonight.
Kickstart. Oh, wait, that's a different track.
Okay. Time up.
I see a thing.
You see a thing?
You're almost there. It was just a doom doom, not a fully doom doom.
Not a fully doom. Okay, but yeah.
Almost.
Nice.
Very nice.
Very, very nice.
7DD9 from Greece. There is a package coming for you.
Yes, we will let everyone know as soon as. Can you let him know as well when we have the tracking numbers?
Yes.
Because yes, everyone will be informed about their tracking.
Indeed.
I see that amongst the requesters, there is someone who is calling him or herself Ziona's cat.
Meow.
So, is Poco requesting songs now?
Yeah, the show is on, so they can hear it upstairs. So
That's
maybe
true.
she is.
That's true, but yeah, it would amaze me if she would learn to type all of a sudden.
Well, she's had time, so she's old.
She constantly observes us, like literally like planning some sort of world domination thing, or
The
something.
scientist cat.
The scientist cat. She is the scientist cat. Yes, he's really good at it. Let me check this page.
That's a page, indeed.
Yes, and that's. Oh my God! I cannot even type today. Anyway, how are you doing, guys? And you.
See? And you.
Guys and you. How are you doing?
Everyone okay? Yeah? Me? I'm good.
You're good?
Yeah. Feels like I got some of the projects done now at least. So
Wow. Yeah.
that's nice.
You looked very productive next to me, who was barely able to do anything last week.
Yeah, I still need to get to that track. I have two things in mind for the revision streaming music entry, but we'll see if I get the time to actually finish any of it.
Nice. But do you have something to start with now that is...
I already started on something like 3 weeks ago, but I have another one I want to start on.
Okay,
that I think
so it's not...
that I think might work better.
Okay, so it's not the one that you started because you weren't really happy with it.
No.
I remember that.
I did 2 versions of it even, but yeah, none of them worked the way I wanted.
He's very critical with himself.
Yeah, well, if it's a thing that you kind of hear it in your head, and then you sit down to do it, and then it doesn't sound the way you wanted, you kind of get stuck. Instead of then you're just working against yourself essentially.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't really want to do that. So I might go without bringing anything for the compo, but we'll see.
Yeah,
would be nice to have something, but
it's always nice to go to parties with taking something with you. It's always more exciting than just sit there and. Well, it's also nice to sit there and listen and watch and whatnot, but it's the best when you can contribute.
Is it the best?
Best. It's the best. Yes, don't start. Don't. Please don't. I'm barely recovering. Like, we usually take a short nap before the show. And that both helps and doesn't, because obviously that's one of the reasons why we are late. And also, well, at least I feel a little bit more recovered now. So I guess it helps. At the same time, never can decide if it's more helpful or less helpful.
No, it's just in the beginning, kind of like in the mornings. It's hard to get the gears going again.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Can't imagine what happens with you when you go back to the regular week schedule.
Oh, that will be horrible the first few weeks.
Yeah,
absolutely, absolutely horrible.
I know. Now at least you sleep until you want to.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Me envious, very envious. Okay, let's check the request list, what we have here. I0 wants an Amiga remix. And yes,
imagine that.
Yes, imagine that. That's a not so surprising thing after his show, his very first show. And hope that you were sticking around. I definitely was. That was actually the moment when I arrived to Hungary and I was on my way back from the airport and I had my ears plugged and I was waiting for the show to start and I'm like...
Yeah, like literally everything that could go wrong went wrong. But he ran into a new cold So technically, he would have wanted to do a show last Sunday, but he seems to be recovering. So looks like, hopefully, maybe he will do a show this Sunday.
That would be awesome.
Yes, and that would be live rather than pre-recorded.
The very first, oh my God,
yes.
I remember when I did the very first live show. That was exciting, actually. It's really exciting. You don't want to miss that experience, I0. Recorded is very nice, but live is the real thing. Like, it's literally...
It's the real thing.
No, and no, that's the thing. I started exactly with Slaygon, like, but can I just pre-record it, because then I can edit and don't leave those mistakes that I'm making and everything that is coming with it. And I was really afraid to do that live, and then I realized, meanwhile, doing the whole thing, that's the essence of the whole thing. Like, when it's not live, it's still nice to listen to, but when it's happening, you can react to the people and they can react to you. That's the full experience. So I definitely recommend you to do a show as soon as you recover. And by the way, get well soon. So, yes.
How are the auroras?
Oh. Don't even get me started. I'm so envious. Oh my God. No pressure. I'm just telling you that it's a different experience, and you will understand once you do it. It's and to me it was such a positive surprise.
And don't worry about your fuck ups. I'm here to fuck up things even worse, so that's fine. While you do your show, I mean. So just blame everything on me. It's fine. All good.
Milasoft, the cat is talking. It seems like Poco is talking, and yes, that's the request, I think, that you say, and yes, we will play this. Yeah, we will play this. And it's soon coming up, but right now we were talking about I0 and we went a bit sidetrack, right? But we needed to mention this. So I0's request is coming up, which is Syria and Rally Master Serious on the Run edit, which is an Amiga remix.
Very much of a STO1 feel to that one.
STO1? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes, STO1, the sample discs for Pro Tracker.
Ah, right, okay.
On the Amiga.
Alrighty, yeah.
Huh?
Amiga. Sorry, I was into different things here, and obviously I kind of missed. I need to make more light on this screen. I don't see whatever is going on here, so
you can, as long as it's not a fully white page, because that's going to reflect off of everything.
Yeah, I know, but it's not white, and thanks to you, now Slay Radio is not white either.
No,
not even grey, not even light grey. So
no. And I noticed one thing. If you go to the first page on the Slay Radio pages, it says upcoming. I should change that text into now live or something when it actually started, instead of upcoming.
Ha.
Ha.
Okay. Ha.
Ha. But, well, anyway.
Well, anyway. Yeah, great job there. Oh, bless you. Yes, the dark theme. I mean, I don't even know who would want to switch back to light theme, but I know that some people like it, so I'm not gonna talk against that either. But it's, it's... basically the only reason I even implemented the switcher is because if we do another lighter kind of or maybe some other theme, then at least there's a switch for it now. Okay. Yeah, but really nice. Like I'm just all up for the dark theme everywhere where it's possible. And well, one thing though, it's very interesting that I use dark theme everywhere on my like private applications, but at work I use the light theme, and I tried to use dark theme, but at work it's different. Like I need that light theme, I guess, because it has a different impact on you and it keeps you awake. And
yeah, not only that, but things like recently they implemented a dark theme for the banking app. I hate it. It's just not right. It's either I don't know if maybe they fucked up the theme because it's horrible. It's just horrible.
That's really interesting. And you are telling this, and this is so weird.
Yeah, I don't know what it is they did, but it looks absolutely horrible.
Okay. Well, they could have done many things. Would need to look at that. That was our bank, right?
Yeah.
So, okay. I never tried that. I mean, bank is also by default bright for me, so I guess it's...
the web pages I'm fine with kind of switching to dark mode. But the app, no, that was just no. Well, it just looks weird.
Well, the thing is with web pages that, especially the web page that one is working with, like I wouldn't change the theme or anything or dark reader on that, because I'm working with the page. I need to see it as people see it. So that's also not a thing that I would ever change. But
there we go.
Aww.
Dark theme switching to light theme.
Yes, that's how I feel.
Thank you for that, Bolo.
And hello, Andreas. Thank you very much for the compliment. I wish it would be my hair, but it's not. But I don't wish.
Your fake hair looks great tonight.
Thanks.
Hello, Andreas.
No, I don't wish, actually. Honestly, it's so heavy that it's only suitable for a show. I would never wear it on the street, but yeah, it kind of works.
On the street, yeah, she works on the streets.
Oh my God, I would never go out with it. I mean, not...
Yeah, me either. I could go out with you.
Why is dark mode suddenly so popular? Is there a spate of vampirism I don't know about? Asks whatever. I don't know. It was always popular with me. Like back in the 90s, I was changing the IRC background to dark. That was the first thing that I'd done. And whenever I had a new install of anything, and there were no dark themes for websites back then, or at least not that popular.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, I know. It's not a new thing. Back when we rebuilt the homepages to what they were with the light theme, back in, when was it, 2007? Something like that? A long time ago. No, 2014. 2014, we rebuilt everything and decided on a brighter theme instead of the very dark one, because previously it was very dark. So I kind of decided on a brighter theme. The plan was always to be able to switch themes and maybe make a couple of other themes, but the way we built the pages, it's all kind of, or it was all like nested into the code and just horrible. So much of my time building this dark theme was to clean up all that mess. So yeah, even though it doesn't look like a lot of change, there was a whole lot of change in the back-end code.
I was just looking at the... Sorry. But as for popularity of dark themed things, that's really not new. The new thing was bright themed things, and then because Facebook came around and it was all bright, and then everyone wanted to follow suit, basically. Unfortunately, that wasn't Facebook. The bright thing was always the official websites kind of thing.
But then Facebook came around, and that kind of changed how people viewed pages, in a sense.
I don't know, because it's still...
Before Facebook, we had MySpace, and everyone had a dark theme on there.
Yes, but MySpace is different.
Yes, exactly. Then Facebook came around and forced everyone to use brighter, the bright theme.
But think about,
and then people started accepting it as the default.
Think about the news portals. It has nothing to do. The news portals were never dark. The official pages were never dark.
Sure, news portals are one thing. But people's home pages and things like that, they started following suit with brighter pages once Facebook started kind of hammering in their idea of a theme.
Okay. Yeah, but that might have had an impact as well. But it's an interesting question. Like, what a sidetrack we went to with this whole dark and light theme thing.
Yeah, and by the way, before I forget, we're out of rehearsal now, and in about 23 minutes, round about 23 minutes, we will have a remix news for you.
Oh!
All new for February, and LaLa has been working hard getting these out, and we've kind of updated the theme a little bit there.
A little bit, yes.
A little bit.
Yes, so February remix news included as well.
Yes.
And definitely good to mention that.
Indeed,
now that we are halfway in.
No, we're not halfway
in the first hour.
Yes,
right?
We're right after the warm-up.
Rehearsal, and yes, I know. But anyway, we would like to wish the best and speedy recovery for Pete, who is listening to us right now. And
hello, Pete.
Yes, and we wanted to do a shout out with... Shout out with Bubble Bubble.
Shut up!
No, that's not what we want to say. No, or do you mean shut up everyone, now comes the song? Is that what you meant?
No,
okay.
That could work too.
Yeah, good. So, Bubble Bubble from Encore 64.
Doodly-dum. There we go. Perfect.
Yeah, just the right way to finish the song. And hi, Pete. Nice to see you around. He joined just the right time, so that was good timing. Yeah, well, I wouldn't be able to do a country remix like this in a million years. I think even if I would technically dive into the details of how to make a country song,
step one, learn to play the banjo. Step two, you can make step two, you can make a country remix.
Yeah, right. But it's very interesting. Like I enjoy these remixes a whole lot, despite that country is really not my style of music. But I understand what.
Yeah, they're fun.
Yeah, they are. They are a lot of fun.
That's why I love watching Banjo Ollie's.
Definitely.
Channel.
Yeah, him too.
He does great remixes, and he's very, very creative with how he uses all the sounds and whatnot.
Yeah, and it's just an additional great factor that it's a Commodore 64 remix, or Amiga remix for that matter.
That helps.
Yes. Definitely helps.
Ooh, one more thing that I did that I had entirely forgotten about when I did the dark theme. I removed some functionality that just is broken, and also actually did or implemented functionality that was needed. Like, for instance, if you used the contact form on the homepage before, those just went into the database and nobody ever looked at them. So now, just in time for the Rotti Awards and whatnot, 7DD9 actually reached out to us through that contact form. That's how we got his email address and all of that.
Well done.
But there was a bunch of interesting inquiries in there. Vandalia sent the latest email just saying basically applause for dark theme and whatnot, thumbs ups and all of that. So thank you for that, and also said that it's nice to see that remix news is back. Yes,
I completely agree.
Also, he said that he's very happy to see more Amiga remixes on Slay Radio. So there you go, I0.
Yeah, I wonder how serious you were at the 1st of April, and then it all becomes a reality now.
I was very serious. We've been working on this thing with I0 for half a year.
Yeah, of course you were.
And also, if you're a staff member or broadcaster on Slay Radio, you should actually be able to see the contact form emails in the staff area there. Nice.
So now you're telling this to him to hack it.
It doesn't need to. 2 clicks away. Just saying that if some of the broadcasters or staff members want to respond to any of those.
Yeah. And Pete said that remix was always going to be a love it or hate it version. I don't see how one can hate this.
Because some people just have deep hatred for country music or whatever.
Well, okay, but
I don't particularly like country music, but that's a happy kind of thing.
The Dark Lord doesn't like country music.
I wonder why.
I don't understand.
So weird.
Anyway, let's carry on with FS's requests.
FSSs.
Yeah, I wonder if we see each other on Revision FS. It's not that far for you, right? Just asking for a friend. X-Form Z.
I think you mentioned something about that on our last show when we spoke about it.
Yeah, so X-Form Z and Green Beret is the request.
Apparently. Oh, borderline Pete friendly.
Pete friendly aunts.
Yes.
Yes, okay. This is how he called it?
Well, he said he could tolerate it at least.
Tolerate.
Yes.
Wow, that's something.
Yeah, I'm just about tolerating this uns without a filter, he said.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah. Makes sense. But at least, well, he wasn't really completely closed to uns stuff anyway. So
Depends on uns, I guess.
yeah, it always depends on the uns. There are good unses and bad unses and good ounces,
And good pounces.
good pounces. Yeah, indeed. Just unbelievable. And yes, for some reason, since it's X Form Z, I always tend to believe when I look at Green Beret from X Form Z first. Yeah, X Form? Yeah, like I started to, and yes, it's form.
Yes, it is. What did you think it was?
Yeah, but forms are.
X Form Z.
I just got confused because forms are so vital part of my work nowadays that it was just what does form do here, you know? Well, you have those life-changing moments when you never realize something because you never thought of it, and then all of a sudden I realize it's form Z. Oh wow.
Yeah, how do you fix this problem? You X this form Z.
Yeah. And it's field set or whatnot. I'm so sorry. And we are so bad with playing requests tonight again because it's like...
Yeah, we have one more song we can play, and then right after that we will just head straight into remix news of February.
Oh my god. Okay. Well, again, it's...
Again,
Let me check.
It's what it usually is.
Yes, it's tricky. Oh,
It's a tricky Pete.
Tricky Pete? No, Pete is not tricky.
Oh, no, he is. It could be.
Well, could be.
Could be. But not necessarily.
He knows some tips and tricks.
He does.
Yeah.
Some. A few, maybe.
Ever so slightly. Good evening, Frida.
Hello, Frida.
And everyone joining around 9 o'clock. Remix News is right around the corner. So
And it looks gorgeous.
yes.
I usually don't kind of toot my own horn or whatever, but I did a bunch of the, all of the 3D stuff for remix news. Remix news, but the way LaLa put them together just emphasizes kind of how they work in a really, really nice way.
Nice.
So yeah, the intro just in your face looks awesome, I think.
Well, I'm very excited for that. So
Me too.
definitely. And you know what? We can start around almost sharp 9 because the next request is Digital Sanyo and LaLa music. I was
LaLa
always
music.
wondering how to pronounce this one. So please, you an English pro, please tell me what is that? LaLa music?
La music.
LaLa music.
La music.
Okay,
I guess I don't know. It's just add another A in there, and it's LaLa music. La 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 la
True.
la 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 la.
Yeah, indeed. And I believe this was Milasoft request. So
Yes, it looked like it. Yes,
it looked
indeed.
like it. Yes.
What was it about? Slay cats or something like that?
No, that's different. But Ziona's cat is
Ziona's
Milasoft.
cat, yes.
Yeah, I believe. So Digital Sanyo and LaLa music, and it's an excellent remix, and it's been long since I have heard this one. So probably
It's been a
it is
good
time.
while.
And after that, remix news follows straight after this.
Indeed.
these are the latest releases on Remix 64 for the month of February 2025. This month, 19 remixes were released, 14 on RKO and 5 on AmigaRemix.com. Now, let's listen to them all. The first remix of the month comes to us from 7DD9, and it's titled Gal Dragon's Domain, Deathbringer Mix. The original was composed by Mark Wilson. Proton was very busy in February, releasing 7 remixes. The first one is a remix of his own tune called Division by Zero, which I don't think is mathematically possible. Next up is another remix of his own tune, Unrolled Long Division. The third remix by Proton this month is Contest Demo, tune number 3, originally by Sami Seppa and Juha Granberg. This remix by Proton is of an Amiga tune titled Scrambled Mind, originally composed by Alexi Eben, or Heatbeat. The fifth remix by Proton this month is also the fifth Dream About Happiness, the soundtrack of the Scroll Machine demo, originally by Jori Olkonen, or Yep! Witchcraft by Proton is remixing Yogir Lilyadal's tune of the same name. Let's listen to it a bit. Finally, the last remix this month from Proton is The Wastelands. But it's not the one from Last Ninja, rather a remix of the Amiga tune of the same name by Mantronix and Tip. Fluke73 recorded his live performance of Martin Galway's classic title tune for the game Ye Are Kung Fu Part 2. Berserk brings us Jeroen Tel's Myth. David Whittaker's Stormbringer tune was reimagined by Martin Dodd, and he subtitled it Eros Machine Remix. Colmar also released a tune this month, a remix of the music from the game Batman the Movie, Subtune 1, composed by Matthew Cannon. The next remix is by Hansi, titled Squamp, Happy Hour, remixing a tune by Thomas E. Peterson, also known as Laxity. Being true to his prolific pace, Eivind Sommersen released a remix this month too, taking Jeroen Tel's Espar Grand Prix high score tune as inspiration and making it his own. Glenn R. Brown was also not sitting on his laurels this month and released PCW Tune 88, originally composed by Edwin van Santen. Vandalia was busy this month too, releasing 2 remixes. This is the first of those, titled Blood Valley, Vandalia Special Remix, whose original author is the late Ben Daglish. The second remix from Vandalia this month is Killing Speed, which is a fusion remix of Killing Game Show and Speedball. The original composers are Ray Norrish and David Whittaker, respectively. Hyper Unknown emerged from hyperspace to become known, and to bring us a remix of Diablo's tune titled, I wanna say UWKS? UWUKS? Sorry, not sure how it was supposed to be pronounced. The spotlight track for this month is Beirut Olayuri by Dr. Future. The original SID was composed by Ari Ylyaho, also known as H-Mixer. Enjoy! You can find all these remixes by visiting remix.cred.org and amigaremix.com, where you can also vote on them. Keep the remix scene alive. Till next time, take care.
Squee! Thanks a lot, LaLa.
Very, very nice work there, LaLa. Thank you so much for that.
Yes, kudos to all of you, actually. But yeah, video editing is always the longest, I'm guessing, kind of. I have this feeling.
Well, if you put it all together, then yes, definitely.
Yeah.
But doing the 3D stuff, that takes I don't know, days on end.
Yeah, I mean the 3D stuff.
But then you have the assets and then you just reuse them.
Yeah.
So it depends on how you count.
Yeah, the 3D stuff is obviously the most of the time when rendering, but also video editing is like, oh my god.
Yeah. But now it's going to be quicker for LaLa as well. He got a new graphics card, so
nice.
Very
Congrats.
nice. So now hopefully I can just send him all the 3D stuff so he can render them out, do the changes he needs and render them out himself as well. But
yeah,
it's going to be a while before we get to that point. But yeah. But very, very nice work on the editing. Because one thing that is very difficult to kind of convey in words is how timing works.
Mm-hmm.
LaLa just gets it. So yeah, very nice.
He just gets it, indeed. Just like he gets everything regarding the remixing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Definitely. So thank you so much, LaLa, for this. And everyone else involved as well, like Mordy's beautiful jingles, right?
Oh yes.
Still.
And again, thank you to Mordy and Leia, without whom none of the remix news would even exist.
Indeed. So now LaLa is taking it upon himself.
He is indeed.
So that's
very much appreciated.
Very, very noble, and thank you again for all this.
Noble, even.
Noble.
Wow.
Isn't that noble? Don't you think it's noble?
I don't know. Noble is kind of a strong word, but yeah, I absolutely love that he's doing it. Noble, though, I don't know. It's not.
It's not noble.
Saving a damsel in distress or whatever, like a knight in a shining armor on a white horse, kind of a thing.
Okay, I get it. Okay.
Even though knights were fucking bastards back then, had nothing to do with reality whatsoever. That image I just painted.
Yeah, how one of our favorite people says, "I don't like you very much." He's your colleague now, right? Yes. So.
Who?
Anders.
Oh, yes. Not colleague per se, because I don't work with him.
Well, not like direct colleague, but you work for the same company, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that makes you a colleagues.
True, but
not colleagues, but colleagues. But anyway, never mind. It's not gonna get better, I guess.
We do have a work in progress, an exclusive.
Yeah, exactly, because we give one slot to everyone today when it comes to exclusives.
One.
So we have 2 exclusives, and so you want to treat the public now with the first exclusive, you want to say?
We could do that. That wasn't my intention. I just wanted to tell people that we have an exclusive, at least one.
Yeah, which is 2.
Yeah, so the one I know of is 2.
Okay, so now we agree. So the thing is that the first exclusive, and it's almost 9:30 now, so I guess we can start with the first exclusive, and then continue with some requests and the second exclusive after that. So the first exclusive was sent by Berserk.
Mr. Berserk.
When did he send this?
Today.
Ah, okay.
Like
Nice.
an hour, 2 hours before the show, an hour, something like that.
Okie dokie. So this is a work in progress and it's called Simple as That.
Whispers in the wind, they guide my way. In the silence of the night, I hear you say, simple as that, we'll find our place in the tender embrace of love's sweet grace.
beautiful.
It is.
Mr. B.
It is. He never should stop making remixes.
Never.
Never.
You hear that?
Yeah.
Never.
I hope you hear that.
I hope he's listening, yes.
Yes.
Indeed.
At some point he will.
At some point.
If not now, obviously we understand, because not everyone can catch us like live, obviously. Because
Obviously.
people have lives, obviously.
What?
Like, come on, oh my God, think about that. People dedicating 3 hours of their life listening to this show weekly. That's a huge honor for us, really. It's a lot of time. If you think about it,
Yes.
it's a lot of time, and they decide to spend it with us, and we are eternally grateful for that. So that's so nice of
Some
you
of
people.
them even spend some extra time and make remixes and send them to us, which
Yeah.
is very, very nice.
Yeah,
Thank
don't
you for
even
that,
get me
Beezer.
started how grateful we are for those.
And
Yes.
he is alive.
Yes, it seems like he was listening. So
If-
yes.
And if you want to join us in the discussion, you can do that by going to slay.radio/discord.
Yes, thank you. We didn't say that today.
No,
tonight.
we didn't.
Yes, right.
Right.
So, any of you guys are planning to visit the UK next month, by the way? Just asking
Yes.
for a friend. Because, yeah, it's going to be a great ZAP event. And we are
Zap?
very... ZAP!
Oh,
Oh my God. Pete will come to us and say it right. Say it right, people. That event name, please. So ZAP will take place from the 17th to the 18th of May. And there will be some legends to talk with there.
a couple.
And we are going to talk with them.
Yes, we will.
And other people might be listening to that.
Yes,
And we might even make a
Because
show there.
they might have ears.
Yes. And other people will probably listen to that too. Whether they like it or not, I don't know, but we will try.
To listen?
No, we won't try to listen. We will be the ones,
Making noise.
yeah, making noise. Yeah, indeed. So very, very excited for that. And
Yeah, it's going to be one of our first ever live shows on stage with an audience.
yes. And have you heard, by any chance, that entering the UK from the 2nd of April is not like you are just enter the UK with your passport. It doesn't work like that. No, you have to send an electronic application,
Yeah, you need to apply
Beforehand.
for like what was it called again?
ETA. It's
Yeah, estimated time of arrival.
almost not quite, but the same. So yeah, they say the process is quick. I didn't try it yet, but Danko sent his, and he said that it's quick, so it shouldn't be a problem. And there's an application which you won't download because you hate applications. We know that, so you need to do that on the web.
Electronic travel authorization, it's called.
Yes, so that is what it's called. Yes,
And effective since April 2nd, I believe.
yes, my mom's birthday, exactly. They timed it
Exactly.
right. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what you need to do if you want to enter the UK. And don't forget about this. Well, technically, they said that if you send your application through the internet, through the application, through the app, I mean, sending your application through the application, through the app, then they say that it can take like up to half hour or so, but it's really not convenient to do that at the airport, so probably not recommending that to anyone. So it's good to know before you travel if they will let you in or not. I guess, right?
Yeah, Funky Data says, well, there was a Brexit. Did you miss that?
Yeah, that was the
Well,
first step, I guess.
Yeah, well, still, other countries that you travel to that are outside the EU don't require a separate application in that sort of way.
Yeah, that's a new thing. So if anyone is planning any trips to the UK, ZAP or no ZAP, then it's good to know that you need to do this beforehand. And there is a little fee as well that you need to pay for that. I think like £10 or so. Also, your application is valid for 2 years. So that means that you can come and go within 2 years. Then you don't need to apply the next time within 2 years. But you can be there, I think, maximum for 3 months, and then or something like that. There is a time limit. And then, of course, you need to go and return and whatnot. I don't know how they will check that out, but...
Whatever says I'm already in the UK. Do I need a Kenilworth visa? Yes.
That's what you need.
Yeah, because Kenilworth is not the proper UK.
Yeah, so, but we are very excited to that, ETA or not. So...
Yeah.
Hopefully they won't reject us. That would be a bummer.
I'm going to have a look at the application, not the app, but the process for applying for the ETA without the app, because I really don't want to install an app that they say you just need to install it, apply, and then uninstall it. Yeah, why? Why? I get it, make it easier and whatnot, but... Yeah, I don't want to have a government-issued application on my phone.
Slaygon, the notorious safety-dependent kind of person there.
Yeah.
No application whatsoever.
Yeah, I have no apps on my phone. Well,
No.
I do have a couple, but very few.
Good thing that I can reach you through one application at least.
2.
2?
Yes.
Oh, the email.
No, 3.
Oh, which one is this one?
Discord.
Aha! You installed Discord on your phone?
I've had it on my phone for ages.
No!
Yes.
That's an application!
That is indeed an
Oh
application.
my god, that's unbelievable. But you didn't install Slack?
Yes, I did, on my work phone.
Okay, right. Okay, well, good to know that there are some applications that are more than others.
Yeah,
in your eyes.
Well, it's my work phone, and I needed
Okay.
Slack for work, so yeah, kind of had to.
Yeah, right. Pete said, we need to control all of you undesirable aliens, Ziona.
Whatever says an RKO app would be nice. There is an RKO app. It's
There
called
is one.
RKO to go.
Yes, it's pretty cool. We definitely recommend you to download it. I have it on my phone all the time with me. And cool features, you can actually download songs there. So you can just go to the app, and if you don't have internet, like let's say you are flying, because that sometimes happens to some of us, then you can just listen from the application even without internet. And it's pretty cool. I love it.
Yeah. Offline listening.
Yes, one of my go-to applications, meanwhile flying.
Yeah. And we have a Slay Radio app in the works. Just need to kind of work around some of the problems with authentication and authorization. So that kind of needs to be rebuilt from scratch, the whole thing on the Slay Radio pages for that to happen.
Yeah.
But it's in the works. It's coming eventually.
Would be amazing.
Amazing.
Zing, yes.
And that would then mean, of course, that you could probably, at least in the future, download episodes of whatever this is and listen to them offline as well.
Offline, okay.
Yes.
Meanwhile, it's been a while since we played some music,
It's
right?
been
It's been
a while.
yonks, right? Yonks, so...
No, not quite yonks, but a while. A good while.
Hang on. I'm wondering what's the keyword here. Yes, there we go. No, I found it. It's okay. Because AceDK had a request.
AceDK. AceDK.
That's a good one for getting
Ace.
him on a yes. AceDK, yes.
AceDK. Yeah.
Into DK. So, Glyn Rs Brown, he says, and Jaina Sisters Arok is the request. Well, is that very nice of you, Ace? I hope Glyn is not listening, but but here comes the song which we all love.
I said oi! Oi! Oi!
Oi,
Oi!
oi,
Oi, oi, oi, oi!
oi.
Oi, 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 oi! Oi, 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 oi!
I think he has some oi in some other tracks as well.
Does he?
Yes. And Pete said, Glenn Brown, now known in Encore circles as Mr. Hollywood.
Mr. Hollywood.
Yeah, I mean, Mr. Glenn Zimmer or something? That could
Mr.
work.
Glimmer.
Glimmer, yeah. But yes, beautiful. Just like everything what Glenn does. I don't know how he does it.
In FL Studio.
Yeah, true, very true. Ans is still a bit odd from him though. I gotta admit,
He doesn't have that fingertip feeling with the Unzi stuff that he does with the orchestral stuff, but it's getting there.
Although, yes, there are like things that kind of prove you that he can very easily get that fingertip thing as well. Like if you remember, was it Rubicon? One of his very early. No, maybe it wasn't Rubicon. It was. I'm gonna let you know in a minute. Yeah. It's no. Blasteroids Reblasted. Where is that?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was amazing. As an Ans track. That's definitely.
Yeah, early
voting
style Uns.
Yeah, and it works so well. So
Yeah. And if you compare the snippet we heard from Glyn on Remix News with Blasteroids, clear progress.
Yeah.
But yeah, he has this magical fingertip feeling for anything orchestral, though.
Yeah.
It's truly magic.
Undeniable.
Yes.
Indeed.
Well, it's not undeniable. I can sit here and deny it all day long.
Okay. But
Wouldn't make
still.
a difference, though. But because nobody cares what I say anyway, so it's fine.
Oh, Barry Leach has arrived saying they were gonna make an action figure of Yogi Lileda, but they couldn't fit it in the box. What? Good evening to you too, Barry. What?
Well, Yogi is kind of a tall man, you know?
Yeah, sure. Nowadays, everyone is making action figures of themselves. I don't even know which app is doing that. I saw Drax doing one of himself, and Lagerfeld another one. There is some. What is that app, people? Like, really, just out of curiosity. I'm not really playing around
I never
with
looked
these.
into it.
Yes, but it's, you know.
Yeah, I saw at least 5 of them.
Yeah, exactly. So people just started to mass produce action figures of themselves now.
Well,
apparently.
at least a picture of an action figure
Yeah, exactly.
in a box.
Well, who
and
knows?
everything.
It's just one step away to
Yeah,
3D printed.
Yeah, sure, but I do not think that is what's happening.
No, but imagine what an entrepreneurial idea if someone would actually produce these figures somehow.
Yeah,
Well, that could be a business.
yeah, there we go. Barry has one of those.
Yep, somebody is doing it, indeed. And it works.
Yeah, it's cute.
Very cute, indeed. Do you hear it, Barry? You are cute.
Yeah, it.
That's the verdict.
That the berry thing. It.
Oh my god. Okay, post here the action figure creator. Now I'm curious. Like, where is this? Never looked into
Collect
it.
them all. Yeah, good luck with that, FS.
Indeed. But we have another exclusive for you guys.
Exclusive.
This time from nowadays. Yes, this time from nowadays, one of the most active and productive remixers, who is Proton, and he provided us an exclusive of Hazy Morning, which is ready but not released yet. So let's give it a listen, shall we? And also it's made from his SID, how he originally wanted to hear that.
Proton.
And the Hazy Morning.
It sounds a bit hazy.
Yeah, sounds like a hazy morning to me.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
yes,
It
definitely.
does indeed.
So yeah, that Peter figurine that you just created, Barry, that's like literally perfect. Love it. it's yeah, you will put it on the screen.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
there we go.
like there are figurines that are more or less like
And,
their owners.
there's a berry as well.
Yeah, Barry is okay. I mean that works too. But Pete's figurine, that's freaking perfect. I love it. Wow. Just wow. We would need to dig up like Draxus as well now.
Nah.
And
Nah.
Lagerfelds and everyone else's.
But yeah, the step from doing that into providing 3D print kind of templates, what are they called? STLs or something like that, that you can throw in your 3D printer and print out, is not very big. You would probably need to paint it yourself still. Unless you do it in stages or whatever. I don't know exactly how that would work, but probably would need to
Meanwhile,
paint
we
it
are
yourself.
talking probably the Chinese are already working this out.
Yeah, I'm sure there are 3D printers that you can put different types of material into and you choose like a basic, like a printer. So you have different colors, but instead of colors, you have different materials that you print with. I'm sure there are already things like that out there.
Yeah, I mean, you can just easily customize now things with one click, and they do a relatively good job with that. Like lately, I ordered some shoe buckles, and they say Ziona.
Oh, shackles!
Yes, they say Ziona. And well, okay, I kind of expected some sort of how is gravier in English, because I guess
Engraving.
engraving, yeah, I expected some engraving that is like a 3D engraving, which didn't happen. It was like they wrote it with a sort of paint, and I chose a font which was not really the font that I chose that they used, but I sent it anyway. It's okay, I guess. I'm not like 100% happy with it, but it's fine. I can wear it. So if there are such things and they can do it in days really, and it doesn't take such an effort, this will be also available shortly.
Yeah, and iZero says that there are multi-material printers. So yeah, I figured there would be. If there weren't, then they would appear very soon. So yeah, not
Yeah.
surprising. But yeah,
No.
I don't know what the price difference is between a regular 3D printer and multi-material 3D printers, for instance. But yeah, I guess in the long run, it's the cost will be in the materials you need to buy for it anyway. I guess. I don't know. I don't know anything about 3D printing. Basically, I know
Not
in essence how they work, but still. Yeah.
Not yet, you don't, but I can see that happening in the future, that you will know one or two things.
Yeah, sure. It would be handy to be able to kind of print out small bits and bobs that you need that are broken, that sort of thing, like hinges for a fridge, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know.
But yeah, we will see.
Yeah.
Anyway, the Ankvnon user, Ankvnon user is requesting Gamma Sutra and Vincent Bloody Orange remix. Bloody Orange. Blood Orange.
This is a long fade out.
It is, but it's a very nice track of Gamma Sutra.
It's I think that Last Ninja remix with the longest fade out ever just got some competition. Who is it that makes that one? The long fade out.
The longest fade out ever with the Last Ninja remix.
Yeah.
Oh, it
It's
wouldn't
not
be me
Puffy.
to answer tonight.
It's
but
not Puffy. It's
Puffy 64,
Puffy, yeah.
but not. I don't know.
Oh, geez, it's one of those old, really old tracks.
One of those
But
really
it's
old
definitely
tracks.
a ninja track.
Okay.
And as soon as someone says the name, I'm gonna go.
Well, maybe someone will, and if not, then we will learn it later.
Yeah,
It will help.
I'll ask Boz because he definitely knows.
Boz.
Boz.
We will ask Boz.
We'll ask Boz.
Yeah.
Hopefully tomorrow.
Looking at the requests, I kind of need to prioritize those that actually take their names now because, yeah, it's nice when you take a lot of requests, people, but when we have several uncount users and...
I don't think they've taken any requests.
no,
They're
no.
still there. I can see them.
Yeah, I know. I mean, they didn't take them away. So anyway, so for your information, those requests might be prioritized that are under your original name, just so you know.
Or an actual name that we can identify.
Yes, exactly. So that actually helps because
she tries to implement this rule that you get at least one request per.
yeah, it's kind of hard when you have one uncount user, one unknown user, and then you have Slay
Unknown
cats
user.
and other cats and Slaygon's hat and whose arm and whatnot. So yeah, it's challenging kind of, and we are happy to play those requests too. But don't get us wrong, it's easier to identify when we know your name.
If you want to make requests, you can do that by going to slay.radio/request.
Why not?
Why not?
And
And put in your own name or something we can identify you by.
that helps. Now I need to choose between two people, for example.
That are maybe two people.
Well, I guess they are two people because both requested a Proton tune, but
So maybe it's Proton. That's still one person.
no, I think Tiffy is not Proton. At least we can
No.
identify Tiffy, so that's good. So we will play Harlequin title tune by Proton, an Amiga remix for a change.
If
right?
you haven't seen the cartoon series Harley Quinn, Harley Quinn.
Harlequin, yeah.
Harley Quinn, yes.
Okay, sorry.
It's great. It's Penny from Big Bang Theory doing the voiceover for Harley Quinn. It's great.
And she does it really well.
Oh yeah, she really. You can hear or almost see her in the voiceover booth doing the voiceover.
Yes, and she's amazing.
Yeah, she emotes really, really well in that.
Yep. That role was definitely tailored on her, I think. Yeah. So yeah, Harley Quinn.
Kaylee Cuckoo.
Kaylee Cuckoo, yeah. Cuckoo. She's the right amount of cuckoo.
Yes.
So, Harley Quinn title tune.
Dum.
Almost there, but not quite. No fiddly-dum for you.
Not even close.
No, but you got already some fiddly-dums.
I did get a few fiddly-dums.
You should be
Fiddly
satisfied
happy.
by now. Fiddly happy by now. Yes.
Usually I'm just fiddly-dum.
Doom. Yes. That's you are too. But we love you this way.
Do we?
I do. You guys do too, right?
Or else.
Well, there to say anything else. Well, he definitely takes critics very well, so you can say anything else.
Yeah, I do take critics hostage.
You are hopeless. Totally hopeless. Would you think that we already entered the last hour?
No.
No.
Just
but we
like
did.
I don't believe it's April.
No, I don't believe that either. It's quite crazy that it's almost at the half of April.
Almost. And also Barry sent this. And this.
And it's actually good.
Yeah, this one really looks like him as well.
Oh my god. Where's Yogi when you need him? That is so cool.
Yeah, those were fun.
Where did he send this? In
On
public?
Yeah.
My Discord has frozen and I don't see new messages here. Okay, I need to restart Discord. Sorry. I was wondering, like, why we are not getting messages for like more than 5 minutes now?
Yeah.
It is because my Discord just frozen me.
Because it frozen you.
It frozen me. Yeah. Unbelievable. Now it's installing an update. It's like the best timing ever.
Yeah, some other people here say that Tikka Koskenmannekini says, what the heck? Discord is dead. And Mighty Dwarf X says, same here.
But it's also dead there.
Yes, but that's the web page, not the application. So I guess their API is dead.
Oh my god.
So if you just go to discord.com and say open Discord, that'll work for you. For now, at least.
But I'm running the application. Elevated
exactly.
API latency. Oh,
exactly.
thank you. We
That's
could
what-
use that one.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
The API probably is broken, so go to the web page instead.
No, but
No.
that's... Yes, we are
Yes.
investigating elevated API latency across a lot of our endpoints. This is
Yes.
leading to broad impact.
Yes.
Does
but
it
open
now?
the web page instead. You will see it probably works.
But if that is the web page...
Mighty Dwarf says application and web are dead. Oh,
Yeah,
so if
exactly.
you already have it there, have it open,
That's-
it might,
That's the web, and it's
that is
dead.
the web.
And that's exactly
Yeah,
the
but my-
time when
yes.
it got dead on my end as
yes,
well.
but this one still works for some reason. So I was just
That's
looking at
weird.
this one because we have two of them running here.
That's the application.
No,
Right? No?
it's the web page.
Oh my god. Okay.
And Barry keeps sending the same picture. Oh, no, that's a different layout on that.
Okay, I don't get what is going on.
Here's
And
a different one from Barry.
okay. Yeah, so nice. Definitely. Now we only need Yogi to see that, but if Discord doesn't work, how will we see anything?
Barry and Proton killed Discord, says Tikka Koskenmannekini.
Can you just put that up like to the top screen so we
No,
actually
I
see
can't
that?
because that screen is connected to this machine. This is a laptop and not connected to that screen at all.
Okay. Well,
But I can put it on there, so if you really miss Discord, you can still read it right there on screen.
the only instance of Discord that works at the moment
the
on
last
screen.
instance on the planet.
Okay, you know what? I'm just going to quit this application now. And how about playing a next request then?
Yes.
Okay, so let it be Frida's
let
request.
It be, let it be,
Thank
let
you.
it be, let it be.
Let it
Frida's
be.
little request, let it be.
Oh, so it's a great tune. It's 60 Tunes and intro by Jeroen Tel.
Fully doom.
Almost.
Bum, 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 bum. Fully doom.
Yes, Discord doesn't want to start up on my end at all, so I started to check the Twitch chat, and guess what? That actually works.
Yes, it's not connected at all to any services Discord has.
Oh, really? And what is that then? Where is
Well,
this coming from?
Because it already has a connection, just like this one.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
messages
so
keep
it's-
coming here.
Yeah, I guess it's because mine, this particular one, and the bot are connected to the same endpoints that are not down.
Okay.
Because it's not just one server they have.
Mhm.
They have a cluster of servers, and ours or the bot and mine are connected to the same.
One would
endpoints
think that they
probably.
only don't only have one server. Yes.
Oh, they definitely do not have just one server.
Yeah. Thank you for the clarification.
Kick chat.
And LaLa will
also-
take responsibility for breaking Discord. as soon as he marked himself online, it went bonkers. It can't handle me, he said. So yeah.
It can't handle the LaLa.
Well, I understand LaLa does a lot of things, so that might be too much for Discord. Who knows?
Could be.
Right?
But yeah, seems to have started to work again. Have
you tried to turn it on and off again?
I did.
And I'm trying. Now it says different things. Now it does not say that they are investigating API connections, but it still is loading. So
yeah, well, it's it kind of got to the API latency issue later on for me, but it seems to kind of slowly start to loosen up. But it doesn't matter much.
It doesn't work on my end, so I'm gonna just check Twitch because it seems like there is traffic there.
Yes.
But for other people it works, and for me it doesn't. So it's discriminating.
You can join us on Twitch too if you want to and talk on there, because that is connected to Discord as well. So slay.radio/Twitch.
Tikkakosken Mannekini says, smells like DDoS. Yeah, almost.
Or smells like someone pushed the wrong code, because some of the endpoints actually do work. So, don't know.
My endpoint is definitely not working here. So
no.
It says the elevated API latency that it kept saying anytime I restarted it, and it still is loading there. Actually, we have this expression. Hang on. Yeah, that's funny. I wanted to ask you. That's
the elevator in Impossible Mission. Stay a while, stay forever.
Yep. I wanted to ask you if no, it shouldn't be. I think in English, hourglassing is not really a thing in English, right?
Hourglass, yes.
No, hourglass is, but hourglassing as the verb is not a thing.
No.
Okay, because that's a slang. But you remember the hourglass icon that kept rolling whenever something was loading? So we Hungarians just created the verb hourglassing because of that. So whenever you are waiting, it's like, it's like, it's hourglassing. Yeah, right. It's in progress.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, does not translate to English well.
I don't know. We have a shout box on the Slay Radio homepage, slay.radio. Just register an account and chat there. That works too.
Yeah.
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 Even though I did push some code out there earlier today before the show to break it. There we go.
It's just so weird, really. It never broke down on us. Oh, wow. Wow, look at that. Oh, my God. Oh, that is so nice. So that's what I have become lately, a DJ, instead of what I intended to be, a composer. No, nowadays I'm not really doing a lot of composing. That's why I want to go back to it. So yeah, that would be nice. Amongst the remixing, of course. But remixing is different, a little bit different. But, it would be nice to compose. So anyway, we will see next week how far I got with this project. But yeah.
I'm going to work on my track over the weekend. I did something I very, very rarely do. I woke up a couple of days ago and had an idea in my head. And I actually recorded it on the phone. Just started the voice recorder and kind of hummed it. So, yeah. And then, of course, 5 minutes later, this was even before I got my coffee. While I was pouring the coffee, I thought when I was here recording the voice recording, I went, that's a great idea. I will not forget that. 5 minutes later, pouring the coffee, had forgotten.
Of course.
So, this is good thing I recorded it.
Yeah, this is how melodies work. And this is how I used to make music as well. I needed to catch melodies in my head. And if you don't know them in time, they will just disappear.
Yeah.
Also, now Discord have started, and it says customize your app. Like, really? Now it wants to customize the app?
Yeah. Probably. I think you get the compact and whatnot options in there now. There's some new stuff in there, I think.
I like to be compact. Let's be compact. Okay.
Yes, you are already pretty compact, so.
Yeah, I'm aiming for that anytime, even while traveling. Oh my God, all the messages have arrived now.
Yay!
Yay! Oh, Mila Soft asks, can we expect another one of your Stomper videos soon? The 2-3 hour non-stop mixes you do. Oh, there was a Stomper mix that was 1 hour long. We called it Friday Stomper because it was on a Friday.
And it was 1 hour.
Yeah, it was at a rock party, and usually on like demo scene parties, like I don't know, regular parties that I played at. Usually it was 1.5 hour, but I definitely updated my mix archive. I can post this, and
your mix archive?
Mix archive, yes. And I can post this here because now I have a kind of nice collection there. I'm very proud that I timestamped all the tracks that are there, so you can see whatever you hear, and it will probably switch at the right time-ish.
Goes well with synesthesia people then. See
Why?
what you hear.
Oh my God. No, but it's it dates back to 2017-ish, and almost all the sets are up there. There are one or two that I need to re-record because the live recording was full of so many glitches that I still didn't get that far, really. And it's the 2023 Bit Live sets, but...
Yeah. And if you want to find it, you can go to hearthis.at/ziona. I know, but people aren't all on Discord, especially now that it's broken.
That is very true.
Hear this.
Slaygon, you're so smart.
Hearthis.at/ziona.
Yes, thank you. You are exceptionally, incredibly smart. Thank you.
Yeah, sometimes I slip and accidentally hit my head on the nail.
Yeah. And now when I'm saying this, I think it's just the blonde hair is missing, and I can do this now.
And
talking about stereotypes,
and
right?
bubblegum.
Yes, bubblegum, yeah. Actually, I kind of start to understand why some girls are doing this, because...
Yes, I used to do that when I had long hair.
It's like, yeah, but having that
even though
long
I'm
hair,
not a girl.
Yeah, you must look so nice with this. Oh my God, why I didn't know you back then. Hi, Yogir, finally you have arrived. You have the best action figure ever on the planet Earth here.
Yeah, scroll up, Yogir. You will see some nice action figures there. I guess they have posted them to you directly as well.
Yeah, they must have, because
or
they
Barry,
are cool.
Barry at least.
Yes, they are really cool. So, and yes, he just came home. Glad he can enjoy the last half hour at least. Okay.
Well, I wouldn't say enjoy, but okay, you're here. Anyway, do we have a track to play?
Yes, we do. And guess what? This track will be one of them that was mentioned today in the remix news.
Ooh.
Because it's Hyper Unknown and Yuwu Chaos. Or UWU, or LaLa didn't know how to pronounce. Yes, LaLa didn't know how to pronounce this either, but it's a really cool track. And
is it me X me?
No, you are not an X, not mine.
No, but UWU, me X me.
It's a great track. Let's give it a listen. And Funky Data requested it.
pump it up.
Yes.
Pumping up the jam.
Such a great track. Love
Jamming up the pump.
it. Yes, love it. Just love it.
That sounds really bad. Jamming up the pump.
Don't jam up the pump. We just had a difficulty with
A minor flood again. This time I actually had them go in with a camera in the pipes and check. Yeah, it's a bit bad, not horrible, but well, the house is built in 1923, so some of the sections of the pipe have kind of offset a little bit, so kind of creates a little bit of jams every now and then.
yeah, and it gets jammed, and then we get some
Jam up the pump.
smell in here. I'm happy I was able to save the clothes from it at least, so that's good.
Well, but they are kind of high up, so we would have needed quite a bit of a
Yeah.
flooding for that to be an issue.
But it's not the water, it's the smell.
Yes, it is.
And if it would take more than 1-2 hours, then I would wash them again.
Probably,
anyway,
yeah. Well, I kind of caught it pretty early on this time. I recognized the warning signs from the previous flood we had. So
Lucky us.
yeah, I'm gonna do a relining of the pipes at some point soon. Was it 2 years ago? We had the flooding. Roughly 2 years ago, we had the flooding last time. So
Yeah, but that was bad.
yeah, that was way worse than this. But
Well, I'm very happy that you did this now, because next week is hair coloring time. And it's gonna be vivid, so the bathroom will be pink. No, rose. No, red.
pink, no rose, no red.
And if that comes back from the kind of kennel, that's not gonna be nice, I think.
Kennel?
Canal, like the
There's
canal
no,
that we have.
I don't think we need any dogs.
Canal. Canal.
Yes.
Canal. So if it comes
Or
back
the
from
sewer.
the canal or the
Sewer.
sewer, great that you say, because we are playing the sewers in the background. But
Yeah.
yes, it's not gonna be nice. Like a
It's not gonna work.
big ass red whatever in the middle of the. Oh, look at that! Aww. Aww.
Yeah, that's cool. Thank you, Barry.
That is really nice. Oh my god.
That's nice. That's a weird XLR plug on the headphones, though. I got the T-shirt and everything.
Yeah, it's so perfect. Love it. Oh my god, he masters this skill now.
That's cool.
Aww. Okie
I
dokie.
didn't know I had brown eyes, though.
Yeah, that doesn't matter.
No, it
As a
doesn't.
cartoon character.
No, it doesn't.
I'd say most important characteristics is the glasses, hair color, and well, kind of the shape, kind of, right? And
Yeah, kind of.
that's it, I guess.
Well, at least I fit in the box.
At least you fit.
Yeah, if you look back at the Yogeri ones, he doesn't actually fit in the box.
Yeah, but that's the best part.
Yeah,
I really
exactly.
like it.
He's
It's just amazing.
way outside the box.
God, the level
He does also
remixer.
think outside the box, so there's that.
The video mixing desk, yeah.
Yeah.
How about Boz? Okay, now we are talking. Now everything will be just created. So, meanwhile, let's carry on, because we have 2 people requesting the same thing. Well, not entirely the same thing, but Uncount user said, "Thing on a Spring remix, surprise me," and LaLa said, "Sound so sound, Thing on a Spring piano. Since you demanded we request Spring."
A twofer!
Yes, we demanded you request Spring, because
We
it
did.
seems like it's not wanting to come as quickly as we would want
Yes,
it
and
to.
was,
So
springy thing.
Yes, thank you. And if everyone requests for it at the same time, maybe it will come sooner. I don't know. So,
Hopefully.
so yes, we prepared for both of you Thing on a Spring piano version.
And many more.
What a great remix.
Yeah, I
Yes.
like it.
Definitely.
Very nice.
And yes, you said it was at 55 BPM, but I think it was sometimes twice as much. Oh, look at that! You got another action figure.
Oh, is it the Arog t-shirt on that one? Nice.
Aww. See the remixer.
There we go. Oh, why is it doing that? There we go.
Aww. Just see the remixer.
Looks like a microphone on both ends of that thing. Or it's a very weird pump.
But it also looks a little bit like a Walter White.
Oh, yeah, it does. Yeah, yeah.
You're cooking your remixes, are you? Aww. But yes, and yes, Yogir, see you, and you can blame me because it definitely is my fault that he is coming to revision. Finally, yay!
Yep.
Mission accomplished.
Not yet.
No,
I
not yet.
might yet cancel my flight.
Well, I'm gonna be very upset with you because if I would go on my own, I would sleep at the party because that gives you the full experience. But now that you are coming, we have a hotel. Yeah.
The
And
full experience.
yeah, the full experience, sleeping under the table and waking up at the party. Because here's the thing, if I'm waking up in a hotel, I know that we are not going to make it to the party before noon because we are not, because there is hotel breakfast and we need to get ready. And then all of a sudden it's already afternoon.
Yes, there is hot and breakfast.
Hot and breakfast? Yeah, okay, maybe. So yes,
Well,
it's
hot
different.
will be there and also breakfast.
Oh. Oh my god. So yes, that's different when compared to when you feel like you have this, I don't know, student experience that you are sleeping in a sleeping bag under the table and the noise is actually so big that you're absolutely not bothered by that.
You just kind of filter it out.
Yeah, and I can sleep very well on parties, so for me that is not a problem. But now that you are coming,
me either.
I know, but now that you are coming, it's different, so please don't skip this. Please, okay? You already got your tickets and everything.
And everything.
Yeah, exactly. Please don't do this with me. And our next requester is Frank S.O.S. M. It kind of makes me feel like, yeah, Frankfurt am Main, where we are actually going to the airport.
No, that's Frank F.
S.O.S. M.
Yeah, no, Frank F is the guy who did the Aztec Challenge remix I kind of fancy. The weird sacrifice is coming or something like that. Kind of a chanty Aztec Challenge.
Uh-huh.
Badly mixed and everything, but I love it anyway.
Of course you do. Of course you do. Such things. Not dark at all. But the request is Dr. Future and Noisy Pillars. So I guess we need to play this one.
Poisonillers. life. It's always winners and some shame.
It's a sin.
Exactly. It's a Sid.
No, it is. It was a Sid. It used to be a Sid.
Yes.
Aww, Boss Radio. Aww.
That's cool.
Oh, that's lovely. I hope Boss sees this the soonest.
The soonest.
The soonest possible. Yeah, this is really cool.
Little known fact, says LaLa. Barry Leach is actually an anagram for "It's AI, biatch." I didn't double check that, but I trust you, LaLa. No, it's not, he says. So I shouldn't trust you then.
Oh,
man.
my. Yeah. I agree with you. Wholeheartedly. Great to have Discord back so we can see all these great things here.
Indeedly doodly.
Diddly doodly.
Oh, Trump talking about Pete, apparently.
Okay.
Wouldn't surprise me if he did, but
Well, anything is possible nowadays, right?
it is.
But anyway, we will look into that. Let's see. Oh, good evening.
Pom
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 pox.
Pox.
Pom pom pox.
Just the right time.
Sounds like an ending jingle. Pom pom pox.
Yeah. Kind of works. We still have a few requests ahead.
Okay, let's just see what Trump says about Pete.
Okay, let's watch
Dear
it.
Pete 6581, myself, Melania, and many, many nerds on Dork Radios would like to congratulate you for not only kicking Boz's ass at bingo week by week, but for inspiring future generations to keep the scene alive. A scene without walls and PlayStation, the best of all the non-walls, Plinky shit for life and computer stuffs, Dungeons, Dragons, Pocket Protectors, and Goulash.
What's that boss wank?
Oh, Funky Data posted it.
Yeah, I know,
I don't
but
know where it came from.
adding goulash is
Goulash.
just goulash.
Goulash. Oops.
So that's what I brought here, goulash. All with me, yeah.
The goulash. You should see my back. Oh man.
Oh my god. Oh, right. Okay, good one. And we have Berka, the not uncount user.
Berka is very much not uncown.
Yes, we very much count. Yeah, very much count Berka, I guess. Like
Very much.
very much. So
He's a very cown Berka. LaLa, with regard to that clip that we just played, he said, "This must be AI. This sounds so much more articulated than the real Trump." Very, very true.
yeah, absolutely. So Berka wants to hear DMC and Kinetics, but slap mix.
Turn on that radio and back here. The cops ain't likely to catch up with us, not tonight. So we can all be quiet and peaceable and listen to the music.
pop. DMC Kinetics Butt Slap Mix.
And it slaps.
It definitely slaps the right way. And,
it does indeed.
And we can't figure out what exactly Christian meant with the Ion Blaze request. Like,
Yeah, it kind of rings a bell for me. What is Ion Blaze?
It's a game, I think.
I
but
thought it was a remixer.
No, it's not a remixer. There is no such remixer.
Yeah, I noticed, but it kind of rings a bell.
Yeah, I know.
For
For
some
me
reason.
too. But maybe it's a very similar name, but different. So,
Just search for Blaze,
yeah.
I guess.
No, it doesn't work.
No, it doesn't work.
It just doesn't work. Whatever I try, it's not working. But there is definitely Ion Blaze Gaming, but we might enter to a gray area with other game music than retro game music, so that might be a bit problematic.
Yeah, but for some reason it just rings a very strong bell within me that it's kind of related somehow, but I do not know how.
The thing is that there is an artist called Ion Blaze, but I can't check out this page at all. So,
It's Borken.
and
Birken.
and from the looks of it, he might be a professional artist, but in that case, we might be having problems with playing it, so we can't really do that.
No.
There is someone called Ion Blaze, right? And yeah, we don't know the legal background of these songs, unfortunately, but
No
they look
idea.
neon enough for us.
Very neon.
Yes, so we love that. So check it out anyway on Spotify, maybe. At least you familiarize yourself with something good that we couldn't play tonight, right? That's something.
Right.
Yeah,
It
that
is.
kind of works.
Something.
And why are you disengaging the Unfiltered Pete?
Because he engaged it when the track started.
Right. It wasn't even uns.
I can't even
it
get to
wasn't.
that high.
It wasn't. It just wasn't uns. It was rather drum and bass reverb.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. Uns.
that's not uns.
Oh, it is.
No, it's not
sort
uns.
of.
It's not uns
Sort
Pete,
of.
okay? It's not.
Sort of.
No, it's not sort of. That's different.
Anyway, we have 4 minutes left.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
have a bit more.
Do we?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how your watches work. Mine says 4 minutes left exactly right
Well,
now.
I just got a new one today. I know, it's very surprising.
Oh,
but
so you only order broken watches.
anyway.
Is that why you're always late?
Oh, that might be the reason. That's a very good reason
So
to be
maybe
late.
maybe you should order functional watches.
Actually, a friend of mine got me 2 watches back in the days, and there were no numbers.
Which days?
Back in the days, like 10 years ago.
Wednesday and the Thursday.
It doesn't matter. Back in the day, I got a watch that had no numbers on it. The numbers were everywhere.
Oh no! How are you gonna tell the time?
Yes, and it said on the dial, "Who cares? I'm already late." So yes, critiques much, but anyway. Lord Evil requested MRT and sanction. Sorry. Yes.
Sanction is the sanction that has already sunk.
Yeah.
It's at the bottom of the sea.
We are thinking. What are you thinking about? Okay. Let's go with MRT and sanction. And then we will return with the last song after that, I guess.
You guess. Fiddly-dum-dum. MRT. Sanction.
Nice. Thank you, Lord Evil. Very nice to remember
you,
what
Lord
MRT
Evil.
did. MRT did great songs, and lately he is not really active, so we need to remember what he did. Yeah,
Yes.
definitely. Really nice.
He won a bunch of awards at Rossi and then just quit.
Speaking of awards, I weighed the awards of this year, and no, we don't show them a sneak peek, right? Because they need to receive it first, right?
We can. I guess I can post the
No, I mean now.
Picture? Yeah.
Now, not post the picture.
yes, this one.
No, you can bring one down because it's still in our household.
Yes, I know.
So that's better than posting a picture, because if you post a picture, then they will see it entirely, and we just need to see people it halfly.
Yeah, so just the tip.
Just the tip, and then you take it away because
No.
partially surprised. No, you're not
No.
gonna.
No, not gonna.
No.
No.
Anyway, I weighed them, and they are 1.26 kilos. So it's like more than 1 kilo, one award. Imagine that. Like, we never had such heavy awards ever.
They're pretty massive.
Yeah, so we kind of decided to send all of them because it's not really convenient to travel with them, if you don't mind, Pete. And they are
Not-
big. They are like this big. Like, well, this big.
Yeah,
This
kind
big.
of. Yeah.
Kind of. So they are not the smallest either.
No.
So they wouldn't even comply with the small bag, I
Yeah.
think, that we are
So,
taking with us. But-
Reinforce your shelves.
yes, but they are so beautiful. Oh, I kind of regret that we cannot show them on screen at least before we send them out, because we won't be able to show them next week because they will be sent already.
Well, we can record
Okay.
that and then show next week.
Right, okay.
Show the recording.
Well, maybe. But next week they still won't receive them. Most of them won't receive them because it takes a week.
But
or
then at least they have something to look forward to.
Yeah. Are these awards made of solid diamond to be that heavy? No, they are made of glass. At least most of
just
them.
glass and asbestos. It's fine.
Asbestos, yeah. But yeah, they are beautiful. I would love to receive one. I don't know why I just didn't activate myself to win one. It's unbelievable. Oh, look at that. Yeah, almost. I mean, yeah, the previous awards were really not.
Massive.
Well, they were also nice, but these are massive. Like there's no better word for that,
Yeah.
right?
They're very different.
They are different. We wanted to do something different because we did the glass awards for a while. So
Well, these are glass too.
yeah, I only need to participate to win. I know, right? It's so weird. I did one remix last year and I did not upload it to RKO because I wanted to kind of work on it still. It's still on my agenda, but I'm terrible with finishing things sometimes. So that's why I'm gonna finish off the sending out the awards first. So we are getting this out of our system, and it's gonna happen on the weekend.
It is,
Yes,
among other things.
among other things, indeed. So expect the awards to arrive within 2 weeks, dear winners. LaLa.
So let's do this just so we have a frame of reference. So who was it? Bolo that posted that picture? Yes, Bolo posted this picture, and LaLa says, the implants of sorts.
Those are Pete's new breast implants, he said.
Said. There
Yeah.
we go. Yes, I didn't scroll down enough.
So yeah, not gonna show a sneak peek, but we have nice photos taken, and we might take some videos before posting them. So stay tuned, I guess.
I guess.
Yes, I guess. And that brings us to our last request of the evening, and also saying goodbye, and also take a sneak peek on Boss Radio's schedule, because you do know that other days of the week we have Boz Radio and currently the usual schedule that you could get used to with Ziduder, Matt Ricardo, Cactus and Boz. And well, I0 mentioned something about doing something if it's gonna be possible, but let's see it as a surprise then, if it will happen or not. But I'm looking forward for him to lose his live broadcast virginity, because it's so much fun. You will realize it's just so much more fun doing this live. Really. I promise you.
Really? It is. I
promise you. I was like, you can listen to my first show. Well, there were, Pete, thank you. Yes, there were these.
Pete is showing off a little bit with his other awards.
And then imagine that, the ones that are coming, and even two of them to him, they will be like bigger, like, I don't know if much bigger can be used as a word, but they will be bigger. So
LaLa, no wonder you barely make any remixes anymore. You can't even reach your keyboard through all those awards. True, but he does most of his remixes using a guitar, so I think he's fine. He just needs to reach the record button.
Yep.
But yes, Ziduder, and then I0, and then the regular shows for next week.
Yes, and I0 said that I think I'll be doing a show. I feel pretty okay now. Okay, so deal. It's Sunday. It's a Sunday, which is this Sunday, right?
It is this Sunday.
This Sunday.
That is a Sunday.
8 o'clock in the evening, which is... his time is 1 hour behind us?
Ahead, I think he is.
Because UK is behind us, then they are ahead. Yes.
He's ahead.
Yes, Finland is ahead, I think. Yeah, but anyway.
Sunday 2030.
2030. Central European Summer Time. Thank you very much for specifying that. Yes, we were confused. But yes, perfect. So we will be there. You be there as well, people. And looking forward to it. And next week as well, we hope that you will have an amazing weekend. And for sure, we will be back next Thursday, right before we will travel to revision at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yay, so lots of sleep.
Yes, lots of sleep. And the show, imagine that.
Imagine that, yes. And also, LaLa has a good point. Finland is not ahead. It's a country.
Did he actually just say it? Oh, LaLa, no. Now he starts it too. Oh my God. I can't escape from these people anywhere.
The best of the dad jokes. But anyway, thank you everyone for joining us tonight. It was good to be back, and sorry for skipping last week, but at least you got the dark mode thingy to Hickey.
At least they got something out of that.
Exactly, so there was something, because I did publish it like shortly after midnight, so going from Thursday to Friday. So yeah, so there's that.
That's very nice of you. Thank you very much for that. And to Christian, sorry that we couldn't play your request, but we kind of need to be more familiarized. I think that Iron Blaze we heard of because we both think he's familiar to us, but we don't know if we can play songs like this that are not entirely from the remix scene, so we need to look them up first before we jump on them.
Yeah, or maybe the reason that Iron Blaze is so familiar is because he used to have tracks on RKO or Amiga Remix, but have removed them or whatever.
That is a possibility as well. Yeah.
But anyway, so next time we might have looked it up. Join us then. Thanks for joining tonight as well.
Next Thursday, see you next Thursday, and after that we will take a little Easter break because I will be away. So next Thursday we will be definitely on if nothing major happens. Hopefully it will be fine.
Hopefully.
Right? So yes, and have the best of the week next week before the Easter break. And
have a good one.
The exit tune for tonight will be Team Foresight and TLI Intro 1. It's chaos.
It is chaos.
Is it? But it's a beautiful song. So.
It is a chaotic and beautiful song.
Yes. So
thank you, Tim, for making it.
Indeed. Thank you very much. And have a good night, everyone. See you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Play a while. Play forever.